Hi everybody, welcome back to Bethenaeum. My name's Ellie Marie and today we are going to talk about some of my creative outlets outside of writing. Alright, so I'm sure the thumbnail for this video was super confusing because I'm holding a bunch of random stuff, none of which really has to do with writing. But we are over halfway through NaNoWriMo, and so I figured this week we'll take a break from talking about writing and writing videos. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. Today I'm going to talk about 3 of my creative process things that I like to do besides writing. The first creative thing, and probably the one that takes up most of my time because is outside of writing, because it is one of my more favorite creative outlets, is my cosplay. If you follow me on any other social media besides YouTube, you probably already know that that's something that I do because it is pretty prevalent, especially on like my Facebook. My Facebook has a lot of that. So cosplay generally for me consists of 2 things. It can consist of costume making, which is what my hat was. This is for a cosplay that I did a couple years ago for a Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City, and I'm actually going to be revamping this cosplay to do again this coming spring. Sorry, it's the color change. My camera doesn't like it when I go from like light to dark and then dark to light. It freaks out. It's also a lot of cars going by outside. So it can include costume making, which is what my hat represented, and it can include prop building, which is this guy here. This was a rifle for a different cosplay that I did, and as you can see, it's just a wooden child's rifle. The scope is a real scope. I kind of salvaged that off of a BB gun, and then you've got like your strap. So I really enjoy cosplay. It can involve a lot of different pieces for me. There is the prop building, there's the costume building, but the one that I usually spend a lot of time on when I'm not like focusing on one specific cosplay, and that's the makeup part of it. And so I'm going to put up some pictures here. I assume that I can do that. So I just really enjoy doing the makeup part of cosplay. Don't ask me why, I just do. And I will actually spend quite a bit of time doing this. It's a creative outlet for me that is visual rather than like writing, which is more of like a mental, like in your head kind of thing that you do. And so I really enjoy this because I do draw a little bit, but I'm not super good at it. But this I've found that I'm actually pretty good at, and I really enjoy it, and so I do spend a decent amount of time doing it. So that is my cosplay, which is one of my major creative outlets outside of writing. So the second creative outlet that I do, I've already mentioned actually, and that is I doodle. This one is more of an intermittent creative outlet. I don't really normally sit down with the intent to draw. I'm not a big drawer. I don't draw a lot. I don't really do a lot of inking or anything like that, but I do doodle quite a bit, especially if I'm doing something else and I need my mind to stay engaged on the other thing that I'm doing. Doodling actually helps my hands and gives my eyes something to focus on so that my auditory senses can focus on whatever it is I'm listening to, such as a meeting or a lecture or something of that nature, which is why my cube at work is full of doodles, because I do them during meetings and they just kind of help me focus and to retain information. So I doodle quite a bit. I had one of my doodle books out. I'm not going to show you any of them because they're terrible, but it is something that I like to do. And it is, again, much like the makeup part of cosplay, a visual creative outlet, which I enjoy because writing doesn't always offer that. And so that's part of why I wanted to share some of my other creative outlets with you, to encourage you to maybe try to find something else to funnel a little bit of your time into, because you might find that if you're stuck on a writing project or you just really can't seem to find your way through a hump in a writing project, trying a different creative outlet for one, especially one that's different, such as drawing or like makeup kind of stuff, it's more kinetic and more visual, it can really kind of help with that sort of thing, and it can kind of help you burst through whatever issues you're having and trouble you're having with your writing. So my third and final creative outlet is YouTube, and that should be the most obvious one to you because you have by this point probably watched at least a couple of my YouTube videos, and I do really enjoy this. This is actually the first time I've really found myself doing anything with audio or visual computer kind of stuff, and I really like it. I found that I really enjoy it. I really enjoy putting together the content for you all. I like teaching. Teaching has always kind of been something that I've enjoyed doing, and I've done a lot of it in the past. And so this is kind of combining teaching with my favorite things, which is writing and reading and that kind of stuff. And so I really, really enjoyed this creative outlet, and I plan to continue it. And I've put quite a bit of time into it. If you go back and look at my upload list, I have quite a few videos. So this is my third and final outlet, and if you make videos on here too, then that is another creative outlet that you have. However much time you put into it doesn't matter. It's still a creative thing, and so it's a creative outlet. And I, for one, have really enjoyed it, and I have enjoyed watching a lot of the videos that a lot of you make. And so I would like to encourage you to keep making them because I consume them and I enjoy them. Alright, so that was all that I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about some of what I like to do outside of reading and writing, and I hope that maybe it encouraged you to explore some more of your smaller creative outlets and maybe find a little bit of something to help push on your writing if that's really what you're wanting it to do. Or maybe you'll find something that you enjoy even more than writing and it becomes your primary creative outlet. That's cool too. And as always, I would like to take this moment to ask you to subscribe if you have not already, and to ring that little bell so that you get notifications when I post videos, which should be on a normal week every Tuesday and Friday. And as always, I would like to thank you for watching, and I appreciate you and your time. Bye.